You know what? He recorded me when I was sleeping and I snore.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's
Okay.
the first. Oh
Wait,
my
wait,
God.
wait. I'm sorry. Let's go back a little bit.
It's just
Yeah.
like, wait a minute.
He recorded you while you were sleeping.
Yeah.
To catch you snoring, right?
Yeah, to catch me snoring.
No,
'Cause I
no,
was like,
let's
yeah,
not. No. We're not giving an excuse for that. He videoed you while you were sleeping.
no, but it was dark, so you couldn't actually see me. You were just hearing the noise.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Because he was like, you snore too. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't snore. He goes, yes, you do snore. I'm like, nah, I do not snore. I've never heard myself snore. No one's told me that I
How are
snore.
you going to
I
hear
don't
yourself snore if you're asleep? You know what? You and
Well, that's the
Joey are
thing.
perfect for each other.
It's so funny.
She's like,
'Cause,
I've
like,
never
when he
heard
showed me-
myself. I've never heard myself snore. Well, yeah, you're asleep. Obviously, you never heard yourself snore. The what?
I know that, like,
I wake myself up snoring sometimes.
No, I feel like
I'll
I've done
snore and it
that.
scares me. Yeah.
I feel like I've done that, but I feel like that was more of like a, and then I wake up like, oh, and then I go, okay.
Oh my God,
and
I
look
gotta get my
around.
drink. I'll be right back. Y'all killing me.
Because he snores so badly. He's actually snores like like he's got like sleep apnea, so it's like he'll snore and it's so out of rhythm, and then it's like,
and then does he
and
stop
then-
breathing?
Yes, he stops breathing for like 20 seconds, and all of a sudden it's like,
Yes.
and his whole body
Exact.
jerks around.
Cooter does the same thing, and I'll be staring at him, and it'll be like 20 seconds, and I'm like, okay, I need to wake him up. And then right before I do, he always gasps for air, and it scares the shit out of me.
Yes, that's exactly what I do. And then I'm like, it's so bad. You've got to go see someone about this. It's like, nah, it's fine. And it's like, no wonder my throat's sore sometimes. And it's like, no, it's actually scary because, like,
Yes.
you're not quite sure if they're breathing, and it's like, but then like when he showed me the recording of me snoring, I'm like, oh, I've got some decent rhythm going. Like it's like,
Yeah, it sounds normal and healthy.
yeah, it's like a nice beat, you know, like it's like you can actually like sleep to it if you like tuned it kind of out a little bit. It's sort of like a like gentle waves in the ocean type of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I can handle snoring like that, but yeah, Cooter's like sleep apnea snoring, no, because it's so loud and like jarring and out of nowhere.
Yes. Oh, it scares me sometimes. And that's why, like, I literally say to him, like, sometimes I have to go to bed earlier just so I can fall asleep before him, just so I can sleep.
Yep.
And then, like, he ends up, like, sleeping on the couch those nights because I think he comes in, hears me snoring and goes, nah, and then goes back onto the couch. So it's like,
Cooter jokes with me all the time. He says that he's going to get up with Joey and they're going to start a podcast about us.
They should. No, they should.
Oh, God, that'd be horrible.
He's been looking for something to do like that. Like he wants to do some sort of podcast or something. And it's sort of. But the thing
Cooter
is, like,
and Joey would be nuclear together. That would be
they would be canceled
amazing
in a
and
week.
horrible.
They would be canceled in a week. First episode, they're getting canceled. I'm letting you know now.
Oh, he said he's going to get Mr. Xylie in on it too. He said we're going to make the broadcast. It's going to be me and Joey and Mr. Xylie, and we're going to talk about y'all. And I was like,
Oh dear
I
God!
love that
No.
idea.
No.
He said we're going to go live right after the broadcast, and y'all can rate into us. I was like, you just keep doing this. It'd be horrible.
No, my husband is not going on the internet. No. Nope, not happening.
That's brilliant.
I don't need y'all. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. It's pretty much I don't act any differently than I do online. I'm just as psychopathic in real life. So, and he'll tell y'all that. Believe me. Except for he finds it funny. He thinks it's funny when I get mad. Which makes me even more mad because he laughs at me.
Yeah, exactly. They don't fear it the way they should.
Yeah, exactly. They're supposed to have a healthy fear about it, and they don't.
Yeah.
Dork. All right. Whose turn is it to introduce? I can't remember.
I did the last one, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's you, Zai.
Okay. Okay, hey everybody, and welcome to the broadcast. And I am with Miss Eva.
Hello.
And Miss Bunny.
Hello.
And we're coming on right before the broadcast. Apparently, there's supposed to be a broadcast coming up. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. It's not happening. Anyway,
oh God, no.
Bunny picked the subject for today, and Bunny, let us know what we are about to watch and what is going on.
Okay, this is about Mark Laita, the guy that does the Soft White Underbelly channel, where he interviews like people off of Skid Row. It'll be like sex workers or just homeless people or addicts and stuff like that. And he is a pretty weird dude himself. Like, he's very strange, and the way he's got connections with what's her name, Lima?
Yes.
Lima Jarovic.
Yeah, he's got connections with her. Like, he's the one that he connected Lima with one of his people from his little documentaries.
Yeah,
that
we watched some of
under
them.
her care.
Yeah, we watched some of those episodes.
Yeah, this is just more about like him and the stuff he's been doing recently, and this really weird case where he interviewed a child prostitute, and some weirdness with that is explained in this. This was a really good video from BJ. I was able to get through it without rolling my eyes.
Oh, well, that's amazing. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's...
Yeah.
Hey, listen. The broke clock is right twice a day, you know? So.
Yeah. No, this is true. No, I can't stand it. I saw her recently on Twitter, like, defending that, you know, a guardianship and a conservatorship is the same thing. And someone's like, no, it's not. And she goes, excuse me, I'm a law person. Like, I do law. Like, I did the bar and blah, blah, blah. I think I know.
Well, I think she's saying that because in Florida, they call it a guardianship. They don't call it a conservatorship. In some states, in some states. It varies from state to state because you know how the United States is. But in some states, they don't call it a conservatorship. They call it a guardianship, but it's like the same thing. But in other states where they have conservatorships, they also have guardianships, and it's not the same thing. So I think it depends on what state you're talking about. I don't know.
Right. Okay. So then again, she's a broken clock, and she's right in some cases, right?
Yeah, okay. and it depends on what she's talking about, whether, because I don't know, like my mom had to get guardianship over my grandfather, because my grandmother, you know, she was, you know, that way she can have control over the house and the bank account when he did demise, and he was starting to lose his mind a little bit, and she had to do what she had to do, you know, and you have nefarious family members, so you want to do that in place, that way bad things don't happen, and it's basically like my mother had to get custody of him.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's like literally getting custody of a child, but it's an adult. But it was in a situation where my grandfather was getting worse and worse to the point he couldn't take care of himself anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because my understanding was a guardianship was just more of a control. I'm going to say control of the person and their more personal things. So like what they do day to day and how help them out
like
in that
a caregiver.
Way. Yeah,
but
exactly.
doesn't a conservatorship do that too, though? See, and this is a serious question. I'm not trying to be contrarian. Like, this is a legit question for me. Doesn't a conservatorship do that too?
I thought that a conservatorship was more over like their finances. And things like that. That's what I thought. My
understanding. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It's more over the financial aspects of it, like where money goes and how they handle it that way. But that was my understanding. So like it could be different.
You know what? We're gonna have to look that up one day. We're gonna have to look that up one day because it might be a slight difference, and that might be I don't know. I really don't know because I've never.
We need a lawyer in our community.
We do. Can we please at least have one lawyer in our community?
Just one.
I mean, we
one
have
that'll like maybe say slurs or something.
Yeah.
That'd be
okay.
Cool.
Just one lawyer that can explain things. That would be great. You know,
if you're watching this and you are a lawyer or you're doing lawyer stuff, just can you comment below the difference?
Yes,
please.
Yeah.
Please. That would be great.
That would be amazing. And I'm not saying that to be sarcastic. That would literally be amazing.
Yeah.
Because I would like to know the difference, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Okay. All right. So the video is called "Should Mark Laita?" Is that how you say his name? Laita?
Yeah.
Okay.
Laita. Yeah.
So should Mark Laita be prosecuted for this? BJ investigates. Oh Lord.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, it's our favorite lawyer, y'all. But you know what? Bunny said she was able to watch this video without rolling her eyes. So
Yeah, we'll see.
we might have hope because Bunny will roll her eyes faster than me, and I roll my eyes pretty fast. So
yeah.
All right, so let's do it.
You are the daughter of someone that I've interviewed before.
Yeah.
One of the working girls.
Yes.
In South Central. Her name was Tania.
What's going on with Tania? You're already over it.
I feel like she started being jealous of me.
Y'all broke up already? It was just last week.
Do you have a spending addiction?
Oh, yeah.
She used to abuse me. She used to go on live.
Your antibiotics, but you want to go get hit on.
Expose me, embarrass me. She used to post my messages.
Wait, what is going on? Why is she starting this video like this? What is going on?
I thought the same thing. I was like, wait, who are these people? It took me a minute.
Okay, so
I didn't see their story.
So it does Okay.
Yeah, she explains it.
Okay,
this
thank
is just
God.
her little
Okay,
intro.
because I'm like, what the heck is going on? And we got Adam 22 in the mix too. What in the world? Okay, all right.
Yeah, she is a child.
You regret having kids?
No, this is 35 years of hard work.
The same thing she doing now. This been happening since 4 or 3 years ago.
He does not like my daughter being on the street, so we're arguing about that all.
Do you like your daughter being on the streets?
Heck no. Heck no. It was just her birthday. I'll talk about that, and I'm gonna tell you what she did.
Wait, they said she was 12.
Yeah.
Wait,
her
Do you like your
daughter that Mark interviewed was a 12-year-old living on the streets and like prostituting.
Because he just asked her, "Do you like your daughter being on the street?" Hold on. Let me pause that at the right time.
Since 4 or 3 years ago.
He does not like my daughter being on the street, so we're arguing about that all.
Do you like your daughter being on the streets?
Heck no. Heck no. It was just her birthday.
So she was 12.
Yeah.
We're always arguing about my daughter being on the street. Okay.
She's 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll talk about that, and I'm gonna tell you what she did. I'm a finesser at heart. I'm gonna always get what I need to get. Stealing, finessing, whatever.
Stealing, finessing. You is poor.
So that's why now I'm just used to it.
Has all the attention, the social media fame been a problem? I mean, that's what it seems like to be a problem with you guys.
Man, a total problem. Cause okay, you know when you lose your and you start, being a certain way, right? Girl, she's still acting like 10-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
What is
I know. The intro is kind of ridiculous.
It's still just destruction. Oh my God, bro. These guys are like the definition of toxic relationship.
That's messed up. I did not raise you like that. Put some respect on my name, your mom.
And why do you have this on your forehead? What is that?
Apple don't fall too far from the tree. She has a father too.
Yeah, you seem to have it figured out. Are you similar to your mom?
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not as how you say it? Conniving?
I'm the one who laid down and kept it.
I hate her eyebrows. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, her eyebrows make me want to just scream. Oh my God.
I could have had an abortion.
I'm not as conniving as her.
Horrible.
What in the heck? Bonnie, what have you got me into?
I know the intro is crazy because I watch a lot of Mark Laita's videos, but I didn't see these specific people's story.
Yeah.
She talks about other people in here too that I am familiar with.
Okay.
But yeah, when I watched it too, I was like, what is happening? But she gets into it.
All right.
It's wild. All right.
Welcome to BJ Investigates, a show I just created and might never do again. The last episode that I made about Mark Laita, apparently y'all didn't like it very much because specifically, I guess you wanted me to go harder on Mark Laita. Where's the scandal? I don't see any scandal. Well, let's get into the scandals right now. I was trying to be nice to him. I was legitimately trying to not go that hard on Mark Laita. Now, what we're going to be talking about today is going to pertain to two subjects on Soft White Underbelly. One of them, we'll say her name is Nova, at the time 13-year-old who was living on Skid Row whose mother had lost custody of her. The other one, as promised, is going to be Rebecca. Now, it's 500 videos about Rebecca, so I can't get into the whole Rebecca story today on the time. But what I do want to talk about is the very ominous, very perturbing, disturbing video that did just come out featuring Rebecca, where Mark seems to be trying to ingratiate himself in Rebecca's legal affairs, getting a lawyer for her, but not only that, wanting to be on the phone with the lawyer. And you know what? Good for Rebecca for saying she wanted to speak with her lawyer privately, but we'll get into that as we get into the video. On December 7th, 2023, Mark Laita posted a video on his channel, and the video was of a naked, uncensored child. The child was introduced to the...
Yeah.
What do you mean, naked, uncensored?
she was apparently wearing like a shirt that you could see all the way through, like all the way through. And Mark Laita's response to that was like what really concerned me. It's weird.
Okay.
The audience as Nova. Believe it or not, Mark didn't just stop there. He conversed one-on-one with his child about sex work and other things, and there appeared to be no parent or guardian there with Nova.
Have you've been working some of the streets as a prostitute? How long has that been going on?
Since May.
Since May?
Yeah.
It's a horrifying life for a 13-year-old girl?
Yeah. Every time, like before I go to the blade or anything, like my stomach, it'll feel like I'm finna throw up, like, or I gotta use the bathroom. It's just.
These men know you're 13?
In the interview, Mark allowed this child to advertise her illegal services and even encouraged her to disclose where potential assailants and predators could locate her to take advantage of her even more than the sickos in her life already had.
No.
Yeah. And apparently he posted the video of her with her, like, the shirt that she was wearing uncensored the first time he posted it, and then he took it down and then re-uploaded it censored.
Oh my God. That's...
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something wrong
How'd
with
you
this man.
introduced to that? At 13.
She texted me at like 3 o'clock in the morning and was like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." Laying down. I'm like, "What you doing?" She like, "I'm out trapping." And I'm like, "Trapping?" She sent the picture and I'm like, "You do that now?" And she like, "Yeah, it's fast money. You should do it with me." I told my mom, I'm like, "I'm about to go do a TikTok downstairs." And she was like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Can I do a TikTok in your car?" She gave me the keys. I put the keys next to the door and I ran away. I went and I got in the car and she was with this nigga. He had tattoos all over his face. He was playing music. He was like a gangbanger. He was a gangbanger. He was a pimp. And I didn't even know that he was a pimp. So we had went to the Crenshaw Mall.
So your mom, just for those that are not aware, your mom was working as a prostitute as well?
I don't know.
That's what she told me in that interview that she did with me.
She thought she did?
Yeah.
I seen a video of my mom on Fig. But I don't know if it's true. I hope it's not true. But it looked like she was on Fig. She said that she was walking from a club, but she doesn't go to clubs. And I heard in the past, like when I was like 5 and 6 and stuff, they used to tell me like, "Oh, your mom is getting money from dudes," and I'm like, maybe they're just friends, but so.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah. And that's the dude from Adam 22's show.
Yeah, it
that
is.
comes on his show. Yeah.
Oh.
Crip Mac.
Yep.
He's apparently
Sometimes
a
I
pimp.
think, yeah, she is a prostitute, but sometimes I think, no, she's not, because she has 3 babies to worry about at home. You feel me?
In my opinion, it was an advertisement advocating for normalizing and encouraging child. Truly nothing is sacred to the likes of Mark Laita. So that interview airs. And look, Mark's audience is used to deranged and depraved lunacy from this circus of a channel. I mean, just look at what he had his assistant do to that one man's testicles. But this blatant exploitation of a child was a bridge too far even for them. See, a huge issue that...
What?
What did his assistant do to a man's testicles?
I don't know.
I guess there's some BDSM ball kicking.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Right. Oh my God.
But this blatant exploitation of a child was a bridge too far even for them. See, a huge issue that the audience took with the initial video was that Mark took no efforts to censor the child's exposed chest. In the video, the child is wearing a completely see-through top, like there was absolutely no mistaking the child's entire anatomy. So when taking...
What would make him think that would be okay to upload?
I'm telling you, this dude is like content brained in the way that he thinks everything he does is art.
And I'm going to be honest, I don't even know if it was appropriate for him to even talk to that child. Yeah. Okay, first of all, to talk to the child without any adult that is like her guardian, okay? Yeah. Talk to that child without her guardian there, for one, and talk to the child being dressed like that, for 2.
Yeah, I really think that this guy really thinks everything he does is art, so it's okay.
Not even that, but talking to the child about sexual stuff.
Yeah. And giving like details
Oh.
about where to find her. Like there's some kind of, he's really, really weird. And the stuff that he says to people that he's interviewing, like he'll be interviewing someone who's had to resort to like survival prostitution or something, and he'll be making like sexual jokes at them the whole time, and like saying stuff that like makes you as the viewer feel uncomfortable for that person.
Right.
Like you can just tell that like they're there to be interviewed, not talked to in a sexual way.
Right.
It's weird.
Together with the full context of the video, like the fact that they were discussing sexual activities and services, advertising the exact location and types of illegal services that the child was being subjected to, even Mark Laita's audience simply couldn't just tolerate that this was art. The comment section blew up entirely. And from time to time, when Mark shits the bed like this, he'll delete a whole video. The man's extraordinarily fragile ego can simply not tolerate even the smallest inkling of criticism. So he did end up doing the right thing, in my opinion, by taking down that uncensored video. Unfortunately, he re-uploaded the disgusting video to his channel again, partially censoring out the child's areolas. Another issue that his audience took with the video was that the child had said her mother had lost legal custody or guardianship over her some months or years prior.
So you're supposed to be staying with your mom?
Yeah, but she kicked me out in December last year.
You just got kicked out.
What? Oh my God.
It's pitiful.
This is horrible. What? Oh my God.
Yeah.
She's a baby. I don't know. That's horrible.
I'm gonna keep pushing.
But you told me out there that you're in the system?
Yeah, I'm in the system. Nobody has custody of me.
No one has custody of you?
My mama lost custody of me like 2 years ago because when she was abusing me and stuff. Yeah.
So technically speaking, it was unclear who, if anyone, actually gave legal consent for Mark to air this video, publish the video, take the video even.
She called me and I'm like, oh babe, the Soft White Underbelly video is out. She like, Mom, what? I'm like, yeah. She like, so you gave consent to him? I said, yeah, you did the video. She like, so you gave him consent? I'm like, yeah. She like, did you see it? I said, yep.
Speaking of legality.
Wait.
Yep. So after it was recorded and everything, she gave consent, I guess. The mom gave consent because he had connections with the mama too, because he had
Done interviews
I don't know
with
if he had
her.
interviewed her yet or he was going to, I guess. I know he has done interviews with her now, but I'm not sure whose came first.
Okay.
I said, yeah, you did the video. She like, so you gave him consent? I'm like, yeah. She like, did you see it? I said, yep.
Speaking of legalities, the California Penal Code 311.10 makes it a crime to advertise, sell, or distribute child pornography. This includes transporting, producing, possessing, or duplicating any of this type of material. It's a crime to share child porn. It's a crime to hire, employ, use,
For ad-free, uncensored videos and plenty of exclusive content, please subscribe to the Underbelly subscription channel.
Yeah.
So it's available uncensored?
Oh God, I hope not. God, I hope
over
not.
paywall. Oh my God.
I bet you money it is, just because this guy, the whole reason he even started doing this whole Soft White Underbelly project was because he wanted to make a coffee table book. That is literally his reason. Yeah.
God.
And he did.
Yeah,
and then
there he is,
I guess he
holding it.
had so much success, he continued doing it.
Oh my God.
material. It's a crime to share child porn. It's a crime to hire, employ, use, persuade, or participate in the production of this type of abusive material. And it is a crime to advertise, sell, or distribute it. Mark had taken issue in the original video with people being upset about his actions. He basically said that anyone upset with this video just has too good of a life. This conclusion obviously and of course failed to consider that maybe people just have a soul and a conscience and feel bad for the child he was exploiting. But as usual, and coming as a surprise, absolutely not.
I'm sorry. It was a child. Bro.
Yeah.
I have a
And
problem with the mama. I got a problem with him.
Yep. And his whole thing about, oh, if you got a problem with this, you just have too good of a life. Like, this guy has lived a very privileged life. Like, his mama is like a really successful, like, fashion photographer or something. Like, she's got something to do with fashion. Like, he grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth. And for him to say that, I just feel like just because you interview these people don't mean that you know their struggles and everybody else's. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Real arrogant.
It's an attempt to make it more palatable for more sensitive viewers. Like, he's calling people sensitive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
It's like,
gross,
no,
bro.
that's oh.
All right.
Yeah.
To me, Mark took it a step further yet again by letting us all know that this wasn't even the worst of the materials. Oh no. He actually said that there was much more, quote, salacious material that he had saved for his more depraved audience who likes to see the worst of the worst. This segment of his audience pays a monthly subscription fee for this content. Salacious, just to remind you, is a word that specifically refers to sexual content. So Mark admitted to producing sexual content of this child and was offering it for sale to any predator on the internet that would like to see that type of content.
Bro.
Yeah. And she clearly looks like a baby, and I don't understand why he asked her, do these guys know that you're underage? Well, how the hell would they not know? Look at her.
She looks like a child. I mean, she looks like, she's not like a 14-year-old looking like she's 24. No, she looks like a baby.
Looks like a baby. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You just have to pay the $10 tier. That's what it is. If you want to see child, that's what you have to do. You just pay the $10. That's all you have to do.
Again, it's unclear who, if anyone, could legally consent to him even interviewing the child in the first place. So that happened, and then I guess to atone himself of the guilt, Mark decided to have the child's mother on the channel as well. The child's mother goes,
Oh, so he interviewed the child first.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was the child, then the mama.
Well, no, because then he said that he talked to the mother before that and said that she was a prostitute.
Oh, yeah, he did say that. I wonder if maybe he hadn't interviewed her
That's
yet.
what I'm
Maybe
saying, that he interviewed the
somehow.
child first and then interviewed the mom.
Which is just so weird. Like, how did he get in touch with? I guess maybe just going
he's been
around
down
Skid
there.
Row.
Well, I was about to say he's
Yeah.
been down there so long. Everybody probably already knows who he is.
Oh yeah, they said that people wait outside of his studio to rob the people coming out because they know that he gives these people money to do these interviews. So the people on Skid
Right.
Row will wait outside and jump the people.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's very well known around there.
to atone himself of the guilt, Mark decided to have the child's mother on the channel as well. The child's mother goes by the name Tania or Tanea, and she is a certain type of you-know-what worker. The child's biological father is also in this line of work.
You know, apple don't fall too far from the tree. She has a father too.
The mother seemed like an attention-seeking narcissist who really hated her own daughter and was jealous of her.
I feel like she started being jealous of me.
We're gonna pin my right YouTube. But yeah, you guys follow me or whatever, and
But I don't know these people, so that's just speculation. Even beyond that, some higher-up connections started to be made. This lady had actually already been on Mark's channel before. She was in an interview public.
Okay, so he did interview the mama first then.
But that makes me wonder, did he seek out the daughter because he knew that she had a daughter that was like on the streets? Like,
right, yeah.
I mean, that's a good question, honestly. That's a really good question. Holy shit, man.
On New Year's Eve 2022.
I got myself into a situation where I was about to get trafficked, and this was like 3 years ago. It was a close one. You know, I came up on this prince, and he was Arabian, and he flew me to Miami, and he said I was gonna be there for 2 weeks. We were in a $30 million house, and I ended up being there for a month, and I had to escape. Okay, and we were meeting so many girls, and girls from Love and Hip Hop was coming in the house, and celebrities was there, and all of this stuff. But it started to get real weird. You know, it was a lot of drugs. I don't do hard like that. Like, I was smoking weed, you know, and they were doing hard drugs and stuff, and it was just like, it was getting, like, my gut was telling me something bad is about to happen. He was trying to like distract us with buying this stuff. We was going shopping and doing all these things, and for some reason I felt like I'm used to getting shit, but like this right here, where am I about to be tomorrow, and why are we still here? So then he says, well, we're gonna go to Cuba. So the girls start talking in the house, and they're like, girl, I gotta get back home, and he said that I can't leave, and I'm like, well, what is he gonna do with us? And, you know, we went to some celebrity's house, and we ended up at P. Diddy's house, and I just started.
Oh my God! Of course!
Whoa,
Of course! Of course! Oh my God!
I knew y'all were going to
Oh
say
my
something
God!
about that.
No, not P. Diddy. I can't escape it. I apparently I have to do the P. Diddy episode somewhere, either here or on my channel. But it's just everywhere I turn. Everywhere I turn, I see P. Diddy. Oh my God!
This is a sign.
What you gonna do with us? You know, we went to some celebrity's house, and we ended up at P. Diddy's house, and I just started hearing conversations, and I just got trafficking from it because, you know, I heard the prince saying something like, oh, you can have whoever you want. Like, he was like selling us, you know? So I'm like,
Mark loves to signal his favorite and often most deranged interviews by posting them on holidays, so this tracks right on. Also, this lady, Nova's mother, Tanea, had been trying to launch her online persona for at least a year by the time her underage daughter appeared on Mark's channel.
Actually, she has been trying to make it since at least 2011.
Last on Surviving a Gangster. It was just a dream. To get caught slipping would be my worst nightmare.
Alright, have it your way.
I hate how low this video goes and then how loud it gets. I can't keep the volume. All right, sorry guys, this part's low.
Unalive me, just unalive me.
If I was going to unalive you, I could have been unalive you.
This is romantic to him, I bet. I can't do this. He's basically forcing me. Yes, she's yours. She's supposed to look like you.
She was reportedly on a deranged reality show called The Ladies of Fig or something, I don't really know. And she also had an active YouTube channel of her own, and it was up and running by this point as well.
my other page went up. I got a surprise for y'all. I'm posting other content on there. I think of all things so Christ who strengthens me.
On November
Oh my
17th,
God,
2023, just a couple weeks before her naked child would be advertising illegal services to a worldwide audience, Tanea posted a video of herself and her then boyfriend getting manicures in downtown LA.
So, we're here. Finally we made it. I was really, because it was Halloween. They suggested that, you know? But, yeah, I'm just glad we're here because he was trying to think you duck and dodge this pedicure.
And that's where the plot starts to thicken even more. Guess who her boyfriend was in the video? A clown by the name of Crip Mac, a well-known gang member who rose to fame on another deranged podcast, a friend of Mark, No Jumper by Adam Grand Mason, aka Adam 16, aka Adam 22.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, how many bad people are we putting in one video? What in the world?
Yeah, and it's funny how all these bad people have connections to each other.
Bro, right? It's almost like they find each other, huh?
Yeah. Networking.
Flocking.
But this got me to wonder, and hold on, wait a second. Both the mother and the daughter have admitted to participating in S work. The mother has admitted a year prior on camera to being a sugar baby, which means that a man was paying her money for her companionship and other services. The mother's former partner, which would be Nova's father, was identified as a pimp.
Word on the streets is that Crip Mac has been spotted with your baby mama.
No, I'm gonna say something about that. I just left her house and she said, I said, you Crip Mac? She said, no. The nigga, look it, man. Since you brought it up, I'm gonna go ahead and air it out. She wanna be famous, bro.
So it really just made me wonder, what is the connection to this gang member clown, Crip Mac? Was he perhaps a pimp himself of sorts? Now hear me out. Is it possible that Crip Mac, as Tanea's boyfriend and Nova's stepfather of sorts, could have arranged the meeting between Mark and Tanea in the first place all the way back in 2022? Or maybe he could have arranged the meeting between Nova and Mark because he would have been acting in a way, like I said, as her stepfather of sorts. Does Mark have gang members trolling down Figueroa Street to bring in fresh blood for his deranged show?
I'm sorry. I need somebody to actually take this little girl in and raise her and not do this shit with her. This is so... I'm like literally angry right now.
Yeah, it's just real sad that like you see both of her parents and they say, you know, her mama's driving nice cars, dressed nice, her daddy's on No Jumper, dressed nice, and it's like she's there with hardly any clothes on, living on the streets. Like, what is happening?
What is... Bro.
And her daughter out there on the motherfucking corner. You don't care nothing about your daughter. Okay? And you wonder why she came out, how she came out.
I really don't know the answer to any of this. It's just things to think about. So anyway, that manicure video was on November 17th, 2023. And about 2 weeks later, on November 29th, 2023, Crip Mac, the gang member clown, had a falling out with another clown named China Mac. And it was announced that Crip Mac would be going back to jail soon. And about a week later, December 7th, 2023, that prediction would come true. As you can see in this video, Crip Mac was indeed arrested and booked and I guess put in jail. The same exact day is when the naked child's interview was published to Soft White Underbelly. So again, I just gotta wonder, when was the video of Nova even taken? When was it recorded? It must have been much earlier than that very day, but we get more clues from the child's mother, Tanea herself, on her own channel. The next day, December 8th, 2023, is when Tanea went back on Soft White Underbelly and talked a little bit more about her child with Mark. And a day or two after that, on December 9th or 10th, Tanea posts a video.
Look at her! She looks like a baby!
Oh,
Yeah. She is a baby. Like, what the
Literally.
What in the...
with her child on her channel, saying that the child, Nova, did not want to go to school.
So I basically let you just make the choice.
Yeah, you let me.
And what?
Yeah, you let me. You gave me more leeway now.
But I don't like what
you
you're
just
doing
don't let
now.
me leave. Like you be like, stay. Oh, you can't go this. You have to ask me.
I don't know what Tanea really expected, but the general population was very upset with her for essentially pimping out her own kid for views.
I said you could get a pink iPad, go on online school, be on some fly stuff, and you say, yeah, that sounds cool. So you could at least do that. I bet.
She's so cute.
I don't think Tanea liked or expected the backlash, and like I said earlier, I do think the woman is a psychopathic narcissist, so nothing is really off limits for these people, but again, what do I know? I'm not a doctor. But Tanea did seem to be trying to take the blame for the whole ordeal off of herself and to put it onto Mark. She said that Mark Laita is the reason that Nova was wearing that see-through bikini top bra. She said Mark offered to pay Nova extra money for wearing a revealing top, which I completely believe.
What? Okay, wait a minute. Now,
I
I'm gonna...
1000% believe that.
I you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I don't know if I can believe that.
I've got a weird reason why I do believe it.
Okay.
Because they're going to talk about Rebecca in a little bit, and I love Rebecca. I like stay up on all of their videos. Like, Rebecca is a fascinating person. Like, I mean, crazy intelligence just like in this tortured body. But there was one episode where Rebecca came on wearing this like see-through weird dress that apparently was Mark Laita's like 20-year-old daughter's dress that was left in that studio. And I think he let Rebecca wear it, and like encouraged Rebecca to try it on. And just the fact that it was like his own daughters, and it was like really see-through, and he was saying how sexy it was and all this weirdness.
Oh my God.
I kind of get the feeling that he really wouldn't like discourage a child from doing something like that. You get so many. This dude will give you the weirdest feeling.
Okay, now hear me out, all right? Because I think yours makes sense, but hear me out too, okay? The way this woman is letting her child run the streets, she lost custody of her child. She gave permission. Yeah. She gave permission for the child to speak with him without her there.
Yeah.
Who's to say that she's just trying not to get an excuse because she's trying to be famous, because she doesn't want the heat?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Basically,
basically,
it could be what you're saying. It could be what I'm saying. It could be a mixture of both, because quite honestly, every single adult in this child's life is failing her.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one. Oh my God. Oh yeah. My God.
Because the man is a fucked up sicko with no morals or ethical boundaries who will do anything for money, but that's just what I think. The man is dangerous, and he needs to be locked up in an asylum and ideally lobotomized. But again, what do I know?
Hi guys, I'm Lima, the one you've heard so many wonderful things about.
Bitch, bye. Bitch, bye.
So many wonderful things.
Bitch, bye. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm ideally lobotomized, but again, what do I know?
Hi guys, I'm Lima, the one you've heard so many wonderful things about.
Tanea also seemed to imply that Nova's video had been recorded much earlier than it was actually published. She describes a timeline where Mark Laita was essentially hounding her for the consent to post Nova's interview.
It's like, I hear that your daughter is on the street. If you want extra money, go find her so I can interview her. So I was like, you want me to recruit my own daughter? Like,
the bottom line on this, though, is that I think she's also a liar, so it's really hard to figure out which parts of her story are true and which are not. In any event, by New Year's Eve this past year...
It seems like to me they're all a bunch of damn liars, to be honest.
Yep.
So it's really hard to figure out which parts of her story are true and which are not. In any event, by New Year's Eve this past year, 2023, again, they love holidays, Crip Mac would come back online and state that he and the child's mother, Tanea, had broken up.
She's on blue fentanyl. She scammed me out of all the OnlyFans money.
Blue fentanyl?
Yeah.
Among other allegations, he alleged that Tanea is a, quote, junkie.
Blue fentanyl is crazy. That sounds crazy. Yeah. No, it's out here, though, on phone number. That's really what's out here.
That's why she's so scrawny and she looked like she's dying. I felt sorry for her, but I'm not with no shit. They got 1 million kids in a drug habit. What the fuck? I look like a church.
So this video is proof that Crip Mac is getting finessed by his new girl, bro.
Oh, hood!
That other sitch, she was trying to let us know. The one that tape leak.
Get paid for me to be his girlfriend, like.
And at this point, I'm just starting to wonder, with all these overlapping cast of characters who have been all on each other's channels and who have financially benefited from that over and over since at least 2022, which was 2 years ago at this point. What really is the connection with these people? What really are the charges on Crip Mac or whatever his name is? Then there's this other guy, Mark Laita, isn't arrested. Why not? I don't know. But it just makes me wonder, how did Mark actually meet Tanea? Could it have been through her boyfriend? Because the last time we talked about Mark Laita, we learned he met one of his biggest viral hit at that point, Kelly, from her boyfriend. At this point, we know Crip Mac was Tanea's boyfriend. I don't know, just things to think about. I'm sure, as you can imagine, and I'm sure as some of you know, there is a whole lot more to this story, but I really just wanted to hit the highlights.
I want to know more about this story.
Yeah.
Bunny?
Yes, ma'am.
Get on the research. Get on it. Because I want to know more about this story, because I am really heated about this. I am very angry about this.
And it's sick that it's just out there. And like, how many people? He's got like 1 million subscribers or close to it. Like, how he's got, his other person, Rebecca, that like she's had lawyers reach out and want to help from the comment section. Like, where are the cops watching this? Where are the like detectives that are like, wait a minute?
I want to know. I want to know more about that, and I want to know more about that girl, about that little girl and her mama. And that whole thing. That's what
I'll go through and watch all theirs and see what I can find.
It seems like there's plenty of content about it. Yeah, I want to know more about that girl in that situation. Because honestly, I'll say it again. You're the mama. You are supposed to be protecting your child under all costs. What is going on? Oh my God.
In my opinion, and from my reading of the California Penal Code, Mark Laita has violated more than half of the child pornography statutes by soliciting, encouraging, producing, financing, paying for, distributing, and selling sexual materials of a child. And he should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law and spend some time in prison. But innocent until proven guilty. And I'm not a prosecutor, so I guess they'll just have to let the cards fall where they may with that. Now, for Mark himself, he has come out and spoken in his own defense, and that leads us to the next subject of this video. Not long after the whole alleged child bleep fiasco fiasco wherein Mark Laita is selling salacious sexual materials of a child on his private website, he spoke about the issue with another repeat subject on his channel.
Okay, and that's the person you were talking about, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I love Rebecca. Like, oh my God. Like, I can't get through an episode of Rebecca without crying my eyes out, just because it is the saddest thing seeing somebody with so much intelligence, and like the references that they make are like not the average person makes the references that they do. Like, they know like everything about old Hollywood. Like, I'm talking like 1920s Hollywood, can just name producers and photographers and all these people's full names just off the top of his head or her head.
Okay.
In this interview, Mark, a reptilian clown with no soul or conscience, attempted to defend his actions of posting himself discussing sexual acts with a naked child. He implies that critics of this deranged lunacy were crazy and just too soft. And he made up an unbelievable excuse that he, quote, didn't see the naked child because he didn't see or notice that the naked child was indeed naked because he's, quote, not a tits man. I don't know. I'll put in the clip what he actually said.
What?
Oh,
what? Wait, what?
Yes.
What? Okay, hold on. Let's listen. Hold on.
Man, I don't know. I'll put in the clip what he actually said here. It was freaking deranged.
Your nipples are showing. You're gonna get in trouble.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Like I got in trouble.
But I don't have tits. I'm a dude. I'm a man. I have to eat.
Isn't that weird? That like, I did a video of a 13-year-old prostitute, and she had a bikini top that I wasn't even aware that you could see through it.
Oh really?
Like, I'm not a breast man, so I'm not really looking at her breasts. But
what do you like in a woman's body?
The shape of her waist and hips and all that.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Oh, yeah. So he was basically saying if you know her ass was out, he would have noticed that. But like, that's what he basically said. Like, I wasn't looking at her chest because I'm not a tits man. But you're talking about a child.
But you know what's funny though? He knew enough to tell Rebecca your nipples are showing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So why did you notice it on Rebecca, but you supposedly didn't notice it on the child?
Because of the backlash she got in the comments about it. But the thing is, like, the reason why they were so upset is because it's a child.
It's a child.
It's a child.
Like he's completely just forgotten about that part when he talks about it. It's a child.
Bruh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Okay. We got this. Whew.
Legs.
So you like more like curved kind of.
Long,
curving, like something
tall and thin with nice curves.
Tall and thin but nice curves, yeah. Which is not easy to mix together.
No, it's hard.
It's really. Let's stay on that total there.
So basically, because his sexual proclivities are more susceptible to thighs and ass, he would have been more focused on those areas of the child rather than her obviously exposed breasts. And even this part is so deranged and disgusting. The man is saying, I'm not a tits man, so I'm not looking at the chest of a child. What if he was a tits man? Then it's okay to look at the tits of the child. It's disgusting. Something's wrong with
Yeah, I agree. I agree with BJ 100% on this one.
Yeah, she said that perfectly. So you would have paid attention if it was something you were attracted to?
Yeah.
I'm sick.
With this lunatic. Anyway, the fact that he didn't notice that she was naked makes absolutely not one shred of discernible sense to me, and it's probably because he's a bold-faced ass liar, but I'm not in his head, and I really don't know. Maybe he's telling the truth. Anyway, in this interview with Rebecca, Mark attempts to clear his name and, I guess, his conscience by blaming the public, the mother, the child herself, the audience, basically anybody but himself, which is asinine because he alone recorded that video, edited it, and put it up for the world to see. Now, Rebecca has been on Mark's channel probably dozens of times at this point, and she was even targeted by Lima from Aura, the lady who took over Amanda Rabb's healthcare and used her experimental VR.
Stay away from her, Rebecca. Stay away from her.
Yeah, I got real worried about it when Lima kept getting brought up with Rebecca because I was like,
Oh my God.
Check on her before she tragically, unexpectedly died in her care in an Aura facility.
She first went on there and she looked completely different. Then when the next time she go on there, she looked worse and she get worse.
The way that you get somebody that doesn't want to get help into treatment is through something called an LPS conservatorship. And that's what we're using for Amanda.
When I was smoking, I'm like in the cut and then I'm gonna get murdered. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm behind the scenes, I'm annoying everybody, and then I get murdered.
She had passed away. They did the autopsy. They looked at her medical records.
Back in September 2022, Lima and Mark discussed Rebecca and how they wanted to put Rebecca under the same program that Amanda had died in.
What the fuck?
Lima discussed having worked with or met Rebecca in the past.
They can call me and yell at me at random times of the day.
Yeah, no, it really got out of control.
I like how she's wearing a Soft White Underbelly t-shirt. Oh my God. Lima.
Oh, I think they're real good buddies.
Oh my God. Please stay away from Lima. No. We do not stand Lima in this house.
No.
I mean, it's a shame because it's like you're a crusader almost for helping these people. Like whether it's Amanda, who tragically passed away, but at the end, Amanda was as sober as you and I are right now, and she said some of the sweetest things about you. And she said to me privately that you saved her life.
Yeah.
And whether you want to find somebody else from my channel that you wanted to help, Rebecca would be a good.
Yeah, Rebecca has a very close place in my heart, and I think.
And Bam Margera as well.
Yeah. So.
Oh, let's not even go there. What you did with Bam? Oh no.
Yeah.
No. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh ah.
Actually, with Chris.
And somehow it was my fault she couldn't work with her anymore or something. Honestly, I really don't know. I'll put the clip right here. But Mark used this December 2023 interview with Rebecca to attempt to clear his name and his guilt and the whole potential child porn he produced, paid for, distributed, and sold. And then about a month later, in January 2024, a disturbing update happened in the Rebecca saga. Apparently, she is at risk of being deported. And for what reasons, I really don't know. Usually, Rebecca and Mark engage in banter, and honestly, it does seem mutual and lighthearted for the most part.
Exposing private parts in public property. That was West Hollywood or Beverly Hills?
I plead the fifth.
Some commenters have speculated that Mark and Rebecca are lovers, or that Mark is in love with Rebecca, or vice versa, but I haven't seen a ton of evidence for this theory.
I am a sugar daddy.
I'm a sugar daddy, I'm the performer. What? I'm just like...
But in this deportation video,
Rebecca... Oh God, no, that was disturbing. What?
Yeah, some of if y'all watch through some of just pick any random Rebecca episode and he will say something weird. I'm talking Mark. Every episode he says something to me that is weird to be saying to somebody in Rebecca's condition.
Yeah.
He's always right on the line.
Oh.
It takes a much harsher and stronger stance with Mark. Mark alleges he's, quote, trying to help Rebecca, and he's contacted an immigration attorney on Rebecca's behalf. I'll roll the clip here so that you can see it for yourself, but Mark is trying to get Rebecca to discuss these legal matters with the lawyer.
Would you like to have a phone call to talk about your immigration issues?
Oh my God.
Not only in front of him, but also on camera for the entire world to see and hear. And we already established how the man feels about censoring stuff, so who knows what would have actually been published for all the world to see.
Someone's name is Carla. And I will call her number right now.
But Rebecca rightfully stated she didn't really want to discuss her private legal matters on camera, or in front of Mark for that matter.
Call her number right now.
She didn't seem to like or trust the immigration lawyer either, because she took the opportunity to cry for help to any other lawyer or legal adjacent person who might be able to help her. Now, this is just my own personal speculation, but I think this whole Rebecca circus is an attempt to entrap Rebecca in a treatment program with Mark's associate, Lima Yuremovich, and...
Oh my God, please don't tell me Mark is being a pipeline to Lima.
I think so. I think that's what it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he's finding these people on Skid Row that really need help, and he's bringing them in and giving them little bits of help at a time until they trust him, and then he directs them over to Lima. That's what it seems like it is.
Oh my God.
That's sickening.
That very.
Yeah.
Her experimental digital health startup, Aura. And please don't forget, Lima predicted Aura's revenues for last year would be over $50 million. I mean, it's not speculation that Lima wanted to work with Rebecca at one point as recently as September 2022. It's not speculation that step 1 of Lima's Aura program is, quote, conservatorship or jail. So we know that the model depends on some weird rock and hard place coercion so the person cannot leave the program. I do speculate that this whole deportation thing is another mutated version of the conservatorship or jail conundrum. We'll call this one conservatorship or deportation. Again, I don't know if this is true, I'm just speculating, but we have seen a similar thing happen before with Amanda Rabb, another subject on Mark's channel. Amanda Rabb allegedly assaulted her father, Larry Rabb, who called Lima and was instructed to call the police. Larry, Mark, and Lima worked together to get Amanda put up in a rehab facility that she was not allowed to leave.
She didn't have any type of healthcare directive, agent, or anything like that. She just had the court telling her you need to go. She had attacked her father, which was a felony because she attacked him with a weapon, and they were looking at either jail time for her. That last day that I went to court, she was set to be released. They were looking at either jail time for her. She was set to be released. And
what? Yeah, just saying two different things, completely different things.
Oh my God, bro.
So I just petitioned, this is not a criminal situation, it's a mental health situation. So we essentially just asked the judge if we cash paid her treatment and got her out of the system so she's not a burden on the system, would he be willing to court order treatment instead of jail time?
She would have been free for 10 days, right?
Not for 10 days. She would have been potentially released the last time I came. So that last day that I went to court, she was set to be released. And so I just petitioned, like, this is not a criminal situation, it's a mental health situation. So we essentially just asked the judge if we cash paid her treatment and got her out of the system so she's not a burden on the system. She was set to be released back onto the street because there were no other options for her. And so initially when speaking to the district attorney, I notified her that this was not Amanda's first time, which was already something that was known, and that she's in a very bad mental state. And so based on that information is what made them shift gears. She was set to be released and say that if we were willing to take responsibility, so basically myself, willing to ensure that I report everything to the courthouse and make sure that Amanda doesn't violate anything and ensure that she follows court order, that they would consider giving her a mandated 1-year plan, which would be the essential path of an LPS conservatorship. So Amanda...
Bro. I hate these people. I hate all these people.
Yeah. They weasel around until they get what they want, which is just full control over somebody.
That's some sick, like, thing that they get off on, right? Like,
you know, I was thinking the exact same thing. You literally pulled my thought out of my head and put it through your mouth. Seriously. It's sick.
Yeah. Yes, it is really. It's sad that these people they won't help. Most of them do. Like, Rebecca actually wants help. But my thing is, too, like, I have a feeling if they were to try to do the same thing to Rebecca that they did to the other girl, like, I think Rebecca came from a very wealthy family in Egypt. Like, very, very wealthy. She mentioned before that her grandfather's, like, a billionaire.
Oh.
So I don't really know if this would work out the same way for them as it did for the last girl that's, family came from nothing.
Yeah.
Probably didn't have the money to help themselves.
Amanda was never under guardianship. She was never under conservatorship. A mandated 1-year plan, which would be the essential path of an LPS conservatorship.
Oh, she did. Look at what she said right there.
Yeah. LPS conservatorship. So Amanda was never under guardianship. She was never under conservatorship.
She was never under guardianship, and she was never under conservatorship.
A mandated 1-year plan, which would be the essential path of an LPS conservatorship. Would
Woman, what?
he be willing to court order treatment instead of jail time?
If she left, she was facing up to 5 years in prison. We know Mark has been trying to get Rebecca to go to rehab in Florida and elsewhere for literally years. And we know for a fact that Rebecca is on Lima's radar. Lima's sister Dahlia has accused her own mother of sex trafficking her and states that she cannot leave her apartment to even so much as sit on the bench outside. And most notably, Rebecca is clearly crying out for help in this deportation video. Like I keep saying, I really don't know what's going on with Rebecca, and I really don't know if what Mark did in conjunction with Nova and her mother or whatever was a crime. I don't know how Mark met Tanea or what his relationship with Crip Mac is, but this is all still very alarming, and I believe an investigation is warranted. Honestly, I'm starting to wonder whether the local authorities know exactly who Mark Laita is and exactly what he's about, and they simply do not care to hold him accountable.
Yeah.
We're living in sick and dark times, and I wouldn't be doing what I feel like I'm here to do if I at least didn't bring it to your attention, the people, the public. And that's pretty much all I really had to say for today. Leave in the comments below what you think. Is this a little better of a scandal for you?
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know more about that girl and her mama.
Yeah, I'm going to go through and watch all their videos and see what I can find, because I hadn't heard of theirs. I had seen it before, like in passing it, but I really only watched Rebecca's stories, but I'm going to have to go through and watch all theirs and see what's in there, because
I just can't believe that you had a 13, not you, but you know what I mean. He had a 13-year-old in front of him with breasts showing and he didn't notice? ?
No, he definitely noticed, because in about all the interviews I've seen him do with, like, escorts and stuff, he does make, like, he notices things about them and their bodies, and he says it.
Man,
yeah, that's complete BS. BS.
Bro. Okay, we have to chalk this one up to good for BJ. Good video, BJ.
Yeah.
Good
didn't
video.
Even roll your eyes.
Nope, didn't even roll my eyes once. Well, not at BJ. I rolled it at the cast of characters that were being said in this damn video. I'm like, oh my god, not P. Diddy. What?
Yeah. I knew when that P. Diddy part came up. I was waiting on it.
Oh my god. No, this was really... This is a very interesting story, and it's horrible.
It's pitiful.
Oh,
I don't believe that his channel's as big as it is, and no law enforcement, nobody has seen it. Like, he's got to be on somebody's radar. There's no way that he's just stalking around Skid Row and picking people up and people aren't noticing anything.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. I do not get it at all. All right. Well, that was the video. Bunny brought it to us, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have more about that story because I am super interested, and I guess, Bunny, you're going to be looking into it. Because I'm sorry, I'm seeing a child that all these adults are around this child, and nobody's setting her on the right path, and it's just, y'all are wanting this child to fail. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, I want to know what's happening now with her and what she's doing.
Yeah,
this is like
same.
Insane that they let her do this.
Yeah,
and that he knew and he edited it and put it up on the channel. And there's so many steps where you could have stopped yourself. You know?
Yeah,
and like then it's probably up uncensored on his Patreon or whatever he's got. Like, that's disturbing.
Yeah, I need to know if that's true.
Yeah,
if that's true.
Yeah, I might go and subscribe to it just so I can see what he's actually got on there, because the stuff that he puts on YouTube, to me, a lot of it is like, what?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Interesting.
All right,
I want to get to the bottom of this.
Anything else on this before we go, or?
Good job, BJ.
Yeah, no, good job. It was a good video. That beginning had me worried at first. I was like, what in the hell is going on? And then I was like, oh, now I get it. I get it.
I suppose I'll give this one to a,
I'm not
excited about it. But
I'm not excited about it either, but God bless it. she kind of deserves it. So, I mean.
She's kind of growing on me in the way that I'm like, she's our little doofus, I feel like. From watching all the Bam Margera stuff, now I'm like, oh, BJ, that's our BJ. She's so annoying.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you for watching this episode of the broadcast. I don't know what day this will come up because it depends on, back of the house stuff with YouTube. But thank you for watching it. And any lawyers or lawyer-esque people, please tell us the difference between a guardianship and a conservatorship. And that is a real question. That is not like trying to be a smart ass. It's like a real question. Please let us know.
Yeah.
And everybody have a great day. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Oh, no. Oh, no.